Thank you to KiwiCo for sponsoring today's video, and thank you for being here because I thought, as a trailer mom, I want to instill some information to you. I've been in this trailer for 7 months now, and I've learned a lot. I have both shared some things that I really don't mind, maybe even I like these things as a trailer mom, but I need to shift and share with you guys some things that is tricky. It's hard to be a trailer mom sometimes. Let's have a little heart to heart. I've had a lot of people reach out saying they're in a similar situation where they're building, they want to live out of a trailer while they build. What is it like? Here it is. Enjoy today's video. Let's start right here in the kitchen. Don't talk with your mouth full. It's really weird. This is a really beautiful kitchen, but and it's a pretty big but. It is still, and it's fooling you. I know it is. People look at things online, they go, your kitchen is way bigger than mine. Maybe it is, but just know this isn't a huge kitchen. For a trailer, see. For the everyday, no. I have had to completely change the way I make meals, organize, and store stuff because I don't have all my stuff here with me, all my appliances, my extra kind of doodahs, you know what I mean. And I can't store as much food because my fridge is way smaller. It looks big, but it's only about this deep. That's a jug of milk. I used to be able to stack like 3 or 4 jugs of milk. I'm here now. So because of my food storage, I have to shop more frequently than I used to. I used to shop once a week. I had my grocery shopping day and that was it. But now I just can't store as much food as I could in my previous kitchens. Not utterly massive, like mind-blowing kitchens, but still good sizes. I did do a video where I reorganized and did some stuff with my pantry and food organization, and that'll be one of my previous videos linked down below. Do I mind the frequent shopping? Not really. It's served us well. I'm able to never go through a phase where we're out of this food and I'm not going shopping until the next shopping day. I can actually kind of stock up as needed and my family likes it. And then obviously, I don't cook the way that I typically did in a normal kitchen. Because I don't have everything I need. I have a rice cooker, I have my little oven here, I have a stovetop, I have my bread machine, and some pots. That's it. Where I went from having everything. So my meals look different and everything is minimalized in honestly a really nice way. No matter where my kids are, literally, my kids might be in Canada. They might be vacationing down south in California, which is what we did all winter. My kids will always be in a place and space where they will love diving into their KiwiCo crates. And even though so many things in my life has drastically changed since living in a trailer, KiwiCo is not one of them. KiwiCo has the heart to encourage and inspire kids to become creative and change makers. There's a variety of subscription lines that you can choose from that would be best suited for your child, and they cover a lot, like engineering, science, world discovery, and my favorite, art. These are beautifully curated, hands-on kid activity crates. Everything you need, whammo, in here. It's got your informational books and then everything you will need in order to create and have a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I shared this, but recently one of my kids was just really struggling with something in school and it just felt like all the steps were just becoming really like jumbled in their brains. And my eldest, she said, just look at it like a KiwiCo box. You start with step 1, you don't touch step 2 yet. Just focus here and we'll slowly take our time. This is the kind of stuff my kids learn from their KiwiCo crates. And that is why so many parents and kids enjoy these crates. It builds up skills for them later that are practical and so rich. My 2 youngest get the koala crate. We have Ocean Quest and Dinosaur Dig. These are so great and sensory. My older kids have done them. Motorized spin art. Again, the artist in me just gets all, That's the Kiwi crate. Another Kiwi crate, the bubble lamp, which so many of these projects are just really fun to display in their room. And obviously a bubble lamp isn't typically what my kids would make as a craft from the store. This is something that KiwiCo offers that's very unique. Tinker crates are always my favorite. This is the automatic bubble blower. There's a lot of moving parts. My previous child doing this one also had the ability to explain to me how it actually worked by just some simple turning gears. It makes them feel more equipped in other areas, and it can stop them from being so intimidated by the outside world, and instead they're intrigued and I like that. We really like KiwiCo, and I'm sure you would too. Use my code SarahThereseCo to get 50% off your first monthly crate from KiwiCo. Go to kiwico.com/SarahThereseCo. This code is just for my viewers, and it is 50% off your first monthly crate for 3 and up. The link is down below. I'm gonna let my kids kind of tackle this, and we're gonna keep chatting because we have a lot to talk about still. Where once I used to do maybe larger, more grand meals, I've had to simplify it in here just because I'm not in the same space I once was. But you want to know something? It's really nice. My family still lives and thrives and survives on simple meals. When I get into the next house, we're going fancy again because I love that. But for now, it is a nice break, a step back from just like these really large meals that I once did. So it's quite nice. For example, from scratch mac and cheese. It's been a go-to. We really love it. It's simple. I use a ton of Parmesan so we can get some protein in there, and we pair it with some fruit or veg, and like, there you go. That could be lunch. That could be dinner. And I have no shame, just pure joy. It really is wonderful. Kind of sticking with the trend of food and gathering and such, it's not a great place for hosting. A trailer is just a tight space for a family of 7, let alone having extra people in here. Have we had some people in here? Yes, but there's other problems with that, and I can talk to you about that in a little bit. What will be really nice, and please know, a lot of this context that I'm sharing with you guys, a lot of it is just built around the fact that we are not living on our own property right now. We will be moving to our own property in maybe a week, which is really exciting. But until then, we're on other people's property, which is a blessing from the Lord, 1000%. But we're still not on our own property, so we need to be careful of everyone's space and be aware of everyone here. If we were to host, it would happen outside of our trailer. It would be at a campfire, and everyone bring your own chair and your own mug, and we'll have tea or coffee or whatever. But just bringing people inside here, it's not easy. If you're a hosting kind of person, a trailer can be really tricky to bring people into. So it's nice, especially when we're on our own property, there'll be a little bit more of a liberty when it comes to having people over, because it'll be our space and we're not using someone else's. I'm also gonna have some mac and cheese. I simply adore beige food. So I'm gonna have some of this, and I'm going to actually send this all outside with the kids, because if the kids don't have to eat in here, that means they can just keep the mess outside and it's a lot better. And leading on to my next point, we have a really small dinette and it doesn't easily fit everybody. This is our dinette. You want to see how big it is? Because I kind of want to. It is 3 feet by 2 feet 2 inches. We have made this work for at least the kids. So we have 2 junior chairs here. For the little guys, it props them up higher on the table. We have an ottoman, it's over there right now, which is a multi-purpose ottoman. Sometimes it's here, sometimes it's over there, but another kid can sit there. And then this, you guys have seen this, but this is where I store homeschool, crafts, KiwiCo boxes, and I can get a couple kids on here. We haven't eaten a meal around the table in a really long time as a family. We can sit the kids here, but it's too small for me and Kieran to also sit here. That's something that has been the hardest thing to get used to. When we're on our property, we'll be buying a picnic table and eating our meals outside and gathering around it as a family of 7, because you just need that. You need to have that kind of family time. Throughout the day, everything is so busy, and dinner time especially is the time when we all get together and connect, and we've been really missing that the past 6-7 months. So the kids will eat here, and me and Kieran will either stand at the island island and eat our meals, or we'll sit on the couch, or sometimes we have had the ability to put out a picnic blanket and we'll all sit on a picnic blanket outside. But it is just nice to gather around an actual table and make it consistent. We haven't been able to do that, so that's been really tricky. I'm gonna go eat this outside. I'll be right back. Yes, Molly?
Can you get this phone out because this?
Hold on, I'll help Molly with her dino dig. A trailer does not have normal walls. It is a thin board that's covered with a kind of wallpaper, I guess you could say. And it's not made for you to utilize wall space that is open. So like, you can't really see. Here, we were hanging our really only kind of wall space shelf, and this we've had forever, and the walls just aren't able to hold heavy things. Is there a lot of storage in general? Yes, especially in ours. We have a Grand Design Solitude from 2022. It's the 2-bathroom bunkhouse version, so it works really well. But if you're into things like this, you gotta kind of figure out a different way to put it up. I miss some of my wall storage. My bookshelves. We don't have bookshelves here.
You need 2
I miss my bookshelves. Oh, cute! Our trailer is really cool because there's only a few places that have that kind of particle board veneer that is a high water area. These are cork countertops, so they're a little bit more durable. You know what I mean? But trailers aren't durable. Trailers are not something that you live in the same way that you live in a house. Everything, I would say, is delicate. Living in a trailer, you must be delicate. You don't live in a trailer and you jump up and down and run around and hit into walls and go, it's fine. Because guess what? It's not. We realized very soon, living in this trailer, that things cannot be used and manipulated in the same way as it was when we were in a house. Trailers are designed to be very flexible. When you're pulling them and you hit a bump, things aren't breaking and smashing. There's a bit of wiggle room. But then that means in the everyday, you're gonna have some issues unless you train yourself and your kids to take care of your trailer. There were certain things we looked for. We wanted to make sure we had some sort of a quartz countertop in our kitchen area. We wanted our floors to be fully through the whole trailer and not just kind of patched here and there. We wanted everything to be an actual wood and hardwood. I knew trailers were built different, but I didn't realize how different until I started living in one. It is a delicate desert flower. The kids' bunkhouse was the reason we bought this trailer, because it's ginormous. This was the biggest bunkhouse we could find. Had a bit of laundry to do today because my friend had a baby, and I always appreciated when people would pre-wash baby clothes in like the gentle laundry detergent and then gift it to me so then I could start using them right away. So I did do some laundry so I could do that for her. There's this amazing barn door, and I have some laundry to put away, which is all this. And that kind of leads me to my next point is, and I think I've recently said it's nice not having a laundry machine because then you're not doing laundry all the time. But at the same time, it's a convenient item to have. It's kind of like, can I live without going to Hawaii every year? Of course. But would I like to? Yes. That's kind of how I feel about laundry. Do I need a laundry machine constantly every single day? No. But would it be very convenient to have? Yes. Right now I'm using family and friends washer and dryers, which has hugely blessed me. When we were down south traveling and doing a bunch of that, we were always at RV parks and always using the laundromats on site. But here in Canada, these laundromats, it would be hundreds of dollars every month to just wash my clothes. Is it nice not doing laundry every day? Yes. Is it convenient? No. And it would be really nice when I do have a washer dryer. This should not be a surprise to you, but living in a trailer is tight. Even if you have a big trailer like us. Our trailer is 300 square feet with about 150 square feet of walking space. It's pretty big. High ceilings, it's wonderful. We're still living in a tight space. Everything that we use for storage is tight. I have to ensure that all the kids' clothes can fit into a single drawer, and that's their clothes. So I have to make sure that we're really minimal in the items that we have and keep in here. Spring and summer is easier because everything is smaller. We're not wearing coats, we're not wearing pants. It's like bathing suits and shorts. Like, it's just really simple. Wintertime wasn't so simple for storage. Existing in a smaller, tighter space is doable, but there's a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. Our kids don't do a lot of activities right now because we don't have space to store activity type of items. Think hockey, sports, maybe even art and music. We can't store piano in here, right? Of course, there's ways you can cut around and try to figure things out, but we've also decided to take advantage of just having an off year, which is really nice. I'm slowly learning the gears of this RV. I know how to redo the propane tanks, empty black, empty gray. It's great. If a fuse explodes, that's me. So anyway, I gotta empty these tanks right now. Let's start with the black. Not parking on your own property is tricky in a sense. And you can only just compare it to living in your own home. Like, that's the comparison. You know, when you go to a friend's house and you live there for a while, or maybe it's a family vacation and everyone's in someone else's house, it always can feel a little bit strange because you're like, this isn't my space. It's kind of the same with an RV. We have our own inside space for sure, but the whole idea of us living with the RV is to not be inside and is to be outside. But when we're at other people's houses, which we're thankful for, when we're parked at RV parks and campgrounds, which we love as well, it's all great, but there's a different sense of living there, setting up. You don't fully set up. We don't mean to be like snobs, but we want to have full hookups because we're not camping, we're living out of this thing. So we want to have the full hookups, water, electrical, sewer, what have you, so we can actually shower, wash dishes, you know. So that's what we've been waiting on when it comes to the property, and now it's just about done. So we'll, Lord willing, next video might be on our own property. Isn't that amazing? Hey, I got a few minutes to go, but thank you for being here, watching. I hope this was just kind of interesting, a little bit more of a look inside the RV life. If you like these videos, I got a lot of them, and they're linked in a playlist. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.